From venues filled with the sound of Philharmonic orchestras to a very lovely venue here at Forest View, we have Steve Bell, and we're here to hear more about your new CD, Devotion.
Yeah, it just came out a couple weeks ago. It's mostly, actually it's the first album I've done ever that's a deliberate worship album. It's just songs that we sing at church, and I've loved these songs forever, and decided they need to be heard outside of our congregation. So
yeah, as I was having a listen, I was saying in the office, I know that song.
Oh, good.
Which
yes,
is kind of cool when
yeah.
something's that familiar sound.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think we need to hear more of those.
Yes, absolutely. No, it's a great. I'm really happy with the record. I think it's a wonderful record. We're having a wonderful time on tour with it because of the nature of the music, we bring the audience into it a fair bit into the
That's
concert.
fun.
So the audience is in the band on this tour, which is really nice.
Yeah. Now, how did you select which songs would make it?
You know what? I went up to Vancouver to produce it with Roy Salmon, and I had a CD with 40 songs on it, just kind of raw, and we just kind of listened until we liked one, stopped. Okay, we picked that one. Then there was just kind of, and each day we'd say, which one do you want to try today? And
you'd feel it?
Just feel it, yeah.
Really?
And then when we had 10, we'd quit.
that worked pretty well.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't that planned out. We just sort of, it led us more than we led it.
Now, when you're performing the songs from Devotion in a show such as you'll be doing here not too long after this interview, your style on stage incorporates a lot of storytelling. Does the same thing happen with praise CD such as this?
Yes, I mean I think it's a little less because they're not songs that I've written out of my story.
Right.
So that there's less sort of, you know, when I do a story about, you know, or a song that I wrote for my father, then I have a big, my mom, but so these aren't the same, but they still have a story connection. There's a reason why this song connects with you more than others. So it's a little less. It's a bit more about the congregation joining us than it is about me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yet those stories about why you maybe have selected a song or how it feels to you, it must connect with a lot of people that are listening.
Yeah, and I think people, like, the stories are powerful. I mean, it's not your story, it's mine. But if I tell you my story about why I'm connected to the song, it's going to get your imagination going too, and it's going to give you new roads to access it. It also, there's just something about learning to trust our stories, and somehow there's something good about them.
Right.
And that's why I like doing that off stage. Yeah.
How are you feeling on this tour now? You're sort of doing your thing with your band without the surroundings of a symphony orchestra.
Well, we're doing more orchestra
you're
stuff
going to be doing
coming up.
orchestra?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
this is the last weekend of this kind of thing. Then it's orchestras till after Christmas.
Do you have a preference?
No, they're so different. And I like, because I do just by myself too, a lot of concerts on a stool by myself, no band. They're all just different. I can't say I like them. Yeah, the orchestras are really wonderful in the sense that you've got all this grandeur and majesty that you just need an orchestra to produce. But again, then you've got 70 people. You can't just sort of decide in the middle of a concert they want to change gears. And when I'm by myself, I don't have a set list. I just kind of get up there and I look at the people. Whatever comes to my mind first, I play. And it goes that way.
Fun.
Yeah.
Now among friends, we were saying, you know, playing churches is kind of cool. I know I love going to concerts in churches. How is it for you? It must have a different feeling than playing in a concert hall.
Well, yeah, because a church is really somebody's home. You know, it's different. Like a concert hall is a public space.
Right.
And so when you go into a concert hall, if it's your concert, it's your space.
Yeah.
When you go to church, no matter what's going on, it's their space.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? And so you realize that even theologically or culturally, that you're in someone else's home. You know, and you have to respect, you have to have some sort of an idea of where you're at. You're not, I don't want to say you're not free.
No.
It's just, it's not your place. And so you have to be more respectful.
But it must have a real
not like
welcoming...
I'm ever disrespectful.
No, well, gosh. But there must be that certain warmth and welcome feeling associated, because it is like a home.
Well, it is, yeah, and you do get that. People they're happy to have you in their space. You know, where a concert hall, it's more professional. It's a public thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it would have more, I guess feeling when I'm seeing a performer in any church anywhere, I feel like they're singing to me.
Oh, yeah,
as opposed to being in the larger, you know, that vast place that it's to a crowd per se.
It's to a crowd, yeah. Although it depends on the artist too. Like some people have the capacity to just kind of draw you in, you know, but, you know, yeah, it is different for sure.
Yeah. I got to ask you, off the Devotion CD, is there one of the tunes on there that is just absolutely by far your favorite on there?
Oh, I think so. There's one called Gone is the Light. And so it's a Lenten, it's a lament.
Right.
And it's not dark, but it is about those seasons of life where, you know, God, where are you? And I don't think we have a lot of those. And like we tend to be victory people.
Well, of
And it's not our
course.
whole story.
No, yet
you
we
know.
all experience those moments. So.
Yeah, and we probably experience more of them than we care to admit, I think. And I don't think our songs reflect our life all that well. And I think as a result, because we don't sing laments, there's a whole, at any given time in society, there's people that can't enter into our celebration because we're not allowing their story in. And I think one of the reasons why God liked David so much is that David kind of sang his whole story all the time. You know, he just sort of didn't, no self-editing.
Right.
You know, and I think that when you get someone like that, it sort of, there's a level of trust that they're showing you that David trusted God with his real life and his real emotions and his real sins.
Yeah.
And I think God kind of goes, oh, there's a real relationship going here. I think that's why he liked him so much.
I think that's why all of us love David so much.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he's
real.
believable. I know that guy.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
Well, thanks for taking the time with us today.
You're
And we're
very
going to
welcome.
be having a listen and get the album Devotion. Great.
So thank you.